The drums start picking up. It's just same B, but just like that. So it's pretty easy to decipher, I guess, when you hear it.
Slide.
Yeah, there's lots of slides on the album.
I credit that all to Nick. Nick, it's your fault. Our producer. It's hard to figure out what to do for the tremolo picking slow.
1, 2, 3, 4. That solo's kind of difficult. It does have some harmonies that pop in and out. The first one that I remember that comes in is the it's got a higher third and a lower third. So a little Brian May action going on there. Here's the original, the higher, and the lower. Diminished third harmonies. And yeah, no other harmonies on that one. It doubles this part, the got the first one. Here's the harmonic. What's weird about this solo is when I first heard that riff, actually when we all first heard that riff, we thought it was the strangest riff we'd ever heard before. Paulo came with that elephant riff, and we had no idea that it would ever work with the band. We're like laughing our asses off and that. We're like, this is never going to work.
And then when someone mentioned the idea of putting a solo over it, I'm like, what the fuck do you play over that? Oh, I don't know if I swear, but
actually had to transpose that into a key because just do chromatically or to do whatever the hell, it sounded too weird. So it actually is a key. Like the scale is like. So it's almost every note. What is that? Is that chromatic? Am I an idiot? It just skips this one note. It just skips the E, so. So we had no idea what the fuck to do for this solo, and I was asking Fig and Nick, and one of them was like, you know, why don't you just follow the riff for a little bit? And then Nick was like, you need to do some kind of crazy thing that just keeps repeating a sextuplet pattern and just goes on, and you harmonize it, make it really strange, but it's easy. So this solo was a matter of making patterns, not really music. And that first thing is a bend into that. Here it is from the fast part again.
after all the other crap that we're playing, we threw something else on top of it, which is like just like a little kind of starts off this like a scale build up, and then just like this little fast run thing to kind of go into the chorus.
Now let's try it one more time. And here's what it sounds like with the octaves.
Just goes up the scale starting on G, so it's... Gotta get the pinch harmonic. And then the last section...
What? What was that?
Hit the wrong note, but...
Don't worry, I couldn't do that. I can't play that.
That's the whole part, and then, you know, there's harmonies and stuff, but I don't remember them off the top of my head.
Probably thirds and fifths and octaves.
It's thirds, yeah.
what it's all about is learning the parts separately at first, like mastering at first that guitar part. So mastering at first the guitar part, and then later the vocal part, then piecing the two together extremely slowly, like starting each one, building blocks up. One of the there was a song that really helped me a lot with learning how to tremolo pick really fast when I was younger. It's like 15 or 16. I learned that. I forgot what song it is. It's a Crisian song, Brazilian death metal band. Not Conquerors, but the CD before that. What CD was that? Yeah, Apocalyptic Revelation. The song, it's like, it starts off with a good downpick exercise and it goes to a fast. Once you get that kind of motion down, like my hand actually raises up when I do it. It's kind of like an angle like that, like almost a limp wrist looking. So yeah, the vocal part, whenever I do vocal parts for parts I know me playing and singing at the same time, I always try to keep the rhythms about the same. Like I'll be doing always the same feel with, you know, I won't be doing triplets or sextuplet feel over like 8ths and 16ths, but I'll always try to keep them kind of similar.
From reading Guitar World growing up, a James Hetfield one where he was talking about palm muting and how like just chunky like down palm muting, all that stuff, and I got really into like learning how to do palm muting well. And also if you play like a Floyd Rose, like you can't, like with a standard bridge you can like grind the shit out of it and whatever, but this you have to you know, be a little more finesse. It's probably why you're out of tune half the time, but no, but so you got to be like, you know, just get the right feel for it, and just because I don't pick hard, like I'm not just like hitting the shit out of it. I'm pretty, yeah, I'm a finesse player, so just getting the feel of like so it's just you just gotta get the comfortable with how you hold your hand, and then just, you know, practice a lot to get the right feel and work on getting that, you know, the really crisp, chunky tone.
Make it like I like to think of it kind of almost making like a percussive noise, but always keeping that note going, like that kind of stuff. I pick really hard, so it doesn't matter how you pick. I guess you just get it. Pick like a man. And it can be on any string, like whether you're playing a high string or low string. I guess you guys can try to get that percussive noise going on, but it still has a note, it still holds tempo. Or you can do a bunch of strings. Yeah, it's all about practice.
Paulo actually brought in like a couple riffs that he had lying around that he was like, yeah, I think, because we were thinking about, it was near the end of the writing process, we're thinking about writing like maybe an extra song or two just to have a little bit more to pick from. And he's like, yeah, I got a couple parts. And it was like the intro, like the chorus riff, and the riff for the middle section, the elephant riff. And we got to that point, he's like, yeah, I got this riff I think would work. And he started playing it, and we're all just sitting there like, the hell is that? Like, it's just like out of all the like songs and riffs we've written over the years, like that was like by far the oddest sounding one, because it was just so like weird with the bend and stuff. It just had this strange tone that we never had in our song before, but we gave it a shot. And then once we started building all the parts around it with the drums, give it a really cool feel to it. And then once you put on the vocals, like it went from being kind of a strange part that we weren't really sure if we wanted to use to being something that we all liked once we kind of finished it. So it was something Paulo brought in, his weird little Italian mind came up with. So yeah, it's just really strange because it has a lot of chromatic and just was, I guess, a different kind of style and sound than we're kind of known for or comfortable with. So
it will forever be known and loved as the elephant riff.